All right, welcome back. Finishing up here in Lesson 5 of Module 3, Topic 2, Activity 1 on page 453. We're going to do questions 1 through 5 only on this. So it says you can use what you know about writing algebraic expressions to write equations that represent the same values in a problem. You can then use your equation to determine a solution. Write and solve an equation for each problem, show your work and label your answers. Describe the strategy you use to determine each solution. So Raul's sister is 6 years older than he is. What is Raul's age if his sister is 19 years old? So we'll do R for Raul and S for his sister. And now what does it tell us? Raul's sister is, so his sister is 6 years older than he is. So she is Raul's age plus 6. What is Raul's age if his sister is 19? So that's if S is 19, how old is he? So we'll put a 19 in here, equals R plus 6. Solving for Raul's age, the R will subtract 6 from both sides. And we see that Raul is 13 years old. Number 2, approximately 1/10 of the mass of a medium-sized apple is sugar. What is the approximate mass of a medium-sized apple that contains 19 grams of sugar? So we'll have A for the mass of the apple, and obviously S for sugar. Okay, so 1/10 of the mass of a medium-sized apple. So 1/10 of the mass of the apple is sugar. And it says, what is the approximate mass? So we're doing this, we're solving for this, of the medium-sized apple that contains 19 grams of sugar. So an S is 19. So 1/10 times A equals 19. So if I multiply both sides by the reciprocal, that all cancels out. So the apple is 19 times 10, 190 grams. Okay, moving on. Oscar made brownies for his class. He tripled the recipe he normally uses. If he made 36 brownies for his class, how many does his original recipe make? So let's do C for the amount he made for the class and R for the original recipe. Okay, so for his class, he tripled the original, so 3 times the original. So if this is the original recipe, he did 3 of those, 3 times that for his class. If he made 36 brownies for his class, so if C equals 36, how many does his original recipe make? So 36 equals 3 times R, so we'll divide both sides by 3. So our recipe makes 36 divided by 3 is 12 brownies in the original. Recipe. Hey, pause if you need to, because I'm going to turn the page. Number 4, in June of 2016, for every, come on, focus please. There we go. For every 20 total emails a person received, they could expect to get 11 spam emails. If a person received 300 spam emails in 1 month, how many total emails did they receive? So let's see. So let's do S for the amount of spam and T for the total. So it tells us in 1 month, every 11 out of 20 of the total emails they received were spam. 11 out of every 20 of the total amount were or equals is spam. So it says if they received 300 spam emails, what was the total? So 11/20 equals, and we're saying spam is 300. One spam is 300. Okay, so let's multiply by the reciprocal. So we get the total equals 300 times 20 is 6,000 over 11. So 6,000 divided by 11 equals 545.45. Now we can't get 45 hundredths of an email, so it says, well, we'll have to round it. It doesn't tell us to round, but obviously we'll have to. So we'll say about 545 total emails. And the last question, in Jaden's town, the middle school has 443 more students than the high school. If the middle school has 817 students, how many students are at the high school? So we'll have M equal middle school, H equals the high school, and then let's go back and read again. In Jaden's town, the middle school has 443 more students than the high school. If the high school has 817, how many students are at the high school? So if the middle school, so we're going to figure out when M equals 817. So whatever the high school has, it says the middle school has 443 more than that. So 443 added on to whatever the high school has is the amount of the middle school. And now they're saying when the middle school amount is 817. I don't know how I have any lead left. So subtract 443. So our high school count is 4, 11, 7, 374 students in the high school. Okay, we are not finishing the rest of activity 1, and we are not doing the talk either. If you would like to create your own questions, I would consider those bonus points. It says in this lesson, you use the values given in a word problem to write and solve equations to answer questions posed about the scenario. Now you're going to work backwards from a given equation to create a word problem that you can solve with the equation. So write your own word problem that someone can solve that goes with this, or that goes with 4x equals 8. I'll give you a bonus point for each one on the next test if you hear this and you write this and you turn it into me. So bonus point opportunity. All right, and that is all.